Pregame Pennies.
Good afternoon, folks, folkettes, and everything in between and beyond. My name is Roy, and I'm segmenting this a little bit. So, this is going to be our pre-game pennies. And this is my worthless of a penny for you guys. One more time. Another pre-game. Last time was the first pre-game of the season and we lost. So I'm going to try to make these on a constant basis so that I can't be attributed to this being a jinx. I'm not superstitious, but when it comes to sports, I'm a little bit more superstitious than that. So I just want to give a little bit of a pregame. I'm not feeling well at all. Just came down with some temperature. It's under control. Um, some Tylenol. Everything is back to normal. But in any case, okay. So we play the Knicks. Play them again after our loss, 140 to 132. Prolific scoring, terrible last stretch
Welcome to the
decisions. I
Force
think not just
Pregame
decisions, but
Pennies.
execution, especially when it comes to second chance points. So first item that I want to talk about is second chance points. Now, we're not going to pay mind to the statistics. I don't think that's fair, right? But the moments where the second chance points counted, and I'm repeating at least partially what I heard from Five Racing Sports. I mentioned them when I hear something from them, but it just makes sense. It's not that we didn't rebound often. We have five fewer offensive rebounds that game. They had 20, we had 15. We tied 31 with the defensive rebound. So statistically speaking, that's not even the thing. But down the stretch, they got those second chance balls. They got those offensive rebounds. We were not able to clean up the glass. We need more responsible players, or we need them more focused, not just more responsible players. Meaning, I don't think that getting a new player necessarily, although I did see a couple of players that will be interesting for the rotation, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So let's just kind of focus on what we have. And what we have is a need to be able to focus, especially down the stretch, especially when it's important, especially when the game is close, especially when we can tilt the momentum in our favor. So basically, what they had were 51 rebounds the last game against us. We had five fewer. Um, Again, 50 to 50 rebounds the first game on October 26th when we won. So the rebounds, the difference is not that catastrophic. The offensive rebounds a little bit more, but not catastrophic at all. However, without Bam, as I said last video, we are significantly worse. So let's see if we can do it without Bam. Now, Hero and Bam are not expected to come back anytime. I mean, Bam, I don't know. Hero is not expected to come back at least within the next week or two. Some people were hopeful that it would be able to come back today. That's not going to be the case. Bam Adebayo is still a day to day. Nobody else is missing. For the Knicks, they also added OJ Ananobi to the list. Jalen Brunson is still out. McBride is questionable. So, not much of a change. Although, of course, again, if you're going to look at what Shamit did, which I think was freakishly, I also think the Cars Anthony Town 31st points first half was also not as not as I mean, he's going to score a lot of points. Don't get me wrong. Don't for me to expect him to score 30 plus today is an understatement. I wouldn't bet on it, but I certainly expect it. Okay. Now, if we stop the second unit, meaning mainly if we can stop Shamit, definitely get better with Clarkson. I don't know who we can throw at Carl Anthony Towns. Really, Cat is going to be a difficult thing because I think they consistently threw Jaime and Wiggins at him. Don't think that's necessarily a good idea. I don't see where prepared to guard him either. So of course we have challenges, but again, it's not like the Knicks are a boogeyman. We won the first time. We had good momentum the second game, but we lost due to mainly turnovers. 19 points off of turnovers for the Knicks, 10 points off of turnovers for us. We can do better. We can shoot better free throws. Again, they miss free throws. We missed more. That was covered by a different game, by a different podcast, but I want to mention it in mine as well, just because as a fan, I do want to see us succeed. What are my expectations for the game tonight? Because that's an important thing for pre-games, right? I don't have many expectations after last game. The truth is, I do expect a very competitive game. I do expect us to be able to set the pace again, because that's what we did in the past couple of games. Set the pace, impeded them to play at a sluggish pace. And of course, I hope that Hero gets back. Now, by the way, one another factor mentioned another time, buy five on the floor, no commercials to them, no ties to them, no capacity to contribute to them. So I'm just mentioning what I see and what I like, what I respect, and respect them. And I always said that I'm always going to say that. And so I really enjoy the fact that they said it's one of the things that Hero does better is that as an offensive player, he's one of the best rebounders. We need that. We definitely need that. We need that for this game, but we need that for games in which we're going to play against even better rebounding teams. Again, the difference is not that big. We already talked about second chance points. The second, we got more. We got 23 versus 20 second chance points in last game. So it's just when certain things happen. I talk about certain things happen. I talk about money all the time. It's not about having money or how much money you have. It's about when you have that money in your account, right? Because it's about when the bill expires. It's the same thing here. I'm enjoying the season. I'm not going to lie. If it changes, I'm going to tell you immediately. I don't think it's going to change because of this loss, although with this loss, we would be 500 and then we play the Warriors. So definitely want us to win. I want us to win. Do I expect us to win this time? I expect it to be a competitive game. I think it suffices to say. Stay safe, stay dry, stay as hot as possible. It's a complicated world of ours. By the way, yes, Filmora is going to have a water tag until maybe to get the annual pass, because the annual thing there plan that they have, because the truth is editing is great, but it's very difficult to do and it requires time that I don't really have. Cold and sick today because of a temperature. Feel it coming back. Hope I can watch the game tonight. Will be doing my best. Stay safe, stay dry. Again, stay as happy as possible in this incredibly complicated world of ours. And let's go Heat.